Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Look where I am. I'm in a different spot. I'm in our little tiny cottage in Rockport. You see the little train set up there, vintage? Type in, make sure, type in chat where you are. I'm so excited for this. I can't wait to review some volunteers. Type in where you are in the chat. Make sure it's set to everyone in the little blue thing. Sheffield, UK is Gina, Roxanne, Northern Michigan. This is so exciting because I love Arty books. Those are books that you write, you illustrate. They're about what you're excited about and what kind of book you want to make. Worcester in the UK, Belgium, Oregon, Chicago. Oh, that's great. It's so nice to see people here. You know, what I want to tell you about doing your own book, your Arty book, is that not only is it fully you, so it's the anti-AI, right? Like AI can't do your Arty book. You have your experiences, your preferences, your loves, how you make art, what you want to show or teach or draw. Number one. Number two, an Arty book is income and potentially royalty income, and also is very visible to agents, art directors, and editors who see you and see your work and commission another book or talk to you about another book or commission you for art for other projects. So the more you're out there with visibility, especially like a book, it's just really great for your career. So today, as I think you all know from British Jenny's wonderful newsletters, I'm going to pop up three volunteers, and you can ask me anything, share your ideas about your book idea or ideas potentially, or even share screen and show me something. So we'll do that in a sec. Yeah, Roberta, I'm excited too. Oh, make sure you, Roberta, and everybody, make sure it says everyone at the bottom, the blue box, not hosts and panelists. Okay. Um, so I have a bunch to show you. And then, oh, I didn't pop up Q&A. Make sure you put any questions in Q&A. Boom. And I'll try to get to those. Kristen has a new idea. Great, great, great. Oh, you're welcome, Allie. So I'm going to show you a bunch, and I'm sorry that the light is kind of low here. We'll do the best we can. Is that good? Can you see it pretty good, pretty well? This is by Courtney Cerruti. I love her. She's creative director, educational director at Creative Bug. Oh, to be on a live. Oh, so this is Make Art Where You Are, a travel sketchbook and guide. This is amazing because it came with, look at this, a booklet, the book itself. It came with a sketch pad in here. How amazing is that? This is spectacular. And what she does is she just has her sketchbook pages and she teaches stuff that she is excited about. I want you to think about your book as what you are excited about. Then we all will be excited for you as well. Okay. Then, of course, I think you all know Katie Daisy's work, and she's done so many books. This is a workbook. Your book can then lead to other things if it does well. It's about big quotes, it's about beautiful art. The art has to be gorgeous in your own style, in your own way. But look, there's not a lot of instruction like Courtney's. It's not a how-to. It's favorite quotes. Here's list favorite books. Your book can be lists. What sells this is the art is amazing. Her art is great. And then she just like, do people even buy it to write in from the prompts? Not necessarily. So there's that. Then there's the book, and you might show your pitch to publishers, and maybe you get that book deal, or maybe you don't, but maybe they come back to you and say, we want you to illustrate somebody else's book like this, or maybe you want to write a book like this. Now, most of my people, my followers, are not necessarily writers first. You're illustrators, artists first. So this obviously is very text heavy, but it is illustrated. Trying to find some for you. Well, little icons here and there. But this is a great kind of book. The mystical realm is always popular. Art how-to books are always popular. Rae Dunn did this stunning book. I mean, look at her work. Look at this. I'm just crazy. Do you love her work? Well, of course, I love a letterer. I think she just did this with a twig. She has photos, if you like to do photographs. I need to say that we have a sale that ends Sunday and it's 25% off on the course. And you go to makeartthatsells.com and you can read all about the course. You can sign up, you can see the schedule, what you get. Oh, and there's something else Becky reminded me to tell you, which is I will be doing a bonus live review for those who have signed up in the course on June 12th. So that gives you about a month to work on your art for it. Meryl Streep will totally play you in the movie of your life. That's the best comment. Thank you, Marion. Um, Beautiful. Oh, thank you. Hey, British Jenny. British Jenny has done such an amazing job of explaining the course. So she's our writer over at Matt's. Of course, Lisa Congdon, fantastic. This is just You Will Leave a Trail of Stars, words of inspiration for blazing your own path. And she writes a little piece and then does the art with it, and then maybe a spread. So her lettering is fantastic. Let's see if she, it doesn't look like she used a font, but you can use a font of your own that you make. Look at this, how gorgeous. And she's been doing books for some time. So I represented her for quite some time, and she was fabulous. She did this, Find Your Artistic Voice, and I'm happy to say I was interviewed for it. So that's nice. Oh, hey, Louise, you're on the screen. That's something I would do. So, if you have a lot of knowledge about something, like obviously she has been teaching uh, courses on illustration, so the book was a natural. Type in if you've ever taught anything to anyone and you enjoyed it. Even like, when I was like 10, um, I taught my little 4-year-old brother how to read. That was the beginning of my teaching career. Okay, beautiful book. Let me tell you, yeah, type in if what you've, here we go. What have you taught? Oh, look, so many of you have taught anything at all. I taught hand painting wine glasses, origami to third graders, Kate. What? You're telling me this now? That's so great. Susie, yoga, art, English. Kristen, art and creative writing, art history, soul collage, yoga for kids, former high school teacher, creative workshops for kids. Raven, that's perfect for a book. So, what idea is perfect for a book? I will tell you, write this down. Anything you're excited about and you're passionate about, and you want to spend 6 or 9 months working on a book about it with great help by a fantastic editor, fantastic art director. Art for little ones like you, Lilla. Oh, thank you. Okay, so many how-to books. You've seen them, right? This has been around a while. It's just such a beautiful cover, and it's a step-by-step for how to do watercolor. And there's a million ways to do watercolor. You can have different projects in there that are really varied, or your style in, but drawing, maybe you're painting a kitchen interior. Another one is flowers in your style, a coffee cup in Paris, you know, but it can all be in, well, it's all going to be in your style. But another approach is you do it in gouache and then watercolor and then in cut paper. Like I think this had a bunch of different media techniques. Doesn't really matter. It's what you want to do. We represented Susie Altman for a long time. Such a gorgeous book. This is for kids. You could certainly do a pitch for kids. We talk about that a bit. And look what she did. She would do these fabulous pitches and get these amazing books. Just such great stuff. Isn't that beautiful? Chronicle. I grabbed this. So for those just joining me, this is our little cottage in north of the on the coast of Massachusetts, and I thought you'd enjoy like how adorable. So this I was asked, I did this rug hooking, and it made the cover of this book, Knitless, 50 no knit stash busting yarn project. Oh, here it is. It says Mom loves you. I made it for when my daughter went to college. So knitters, rug hookers, whatever you may be, come up with projects. And guess what she did? Laura McFadden, wonderful person, asked other people for their projects. You can do that. I did that in my book. I had a number of people I interviewed for the book, especially in areas that I was excited, like the ceramics artist. I can't think of her name right now, but I loved her work. Maybe somebody knows and can put it in. Yeah. So you can invite people. Lisa Congdon invites a lot of people and interviews them. You can do that. Good. Okay. Then this is a book my agency did with Erica Root, Year of Weeks. It's fantastic. And look, she got Lisa Congdon and Miralee Patel to write testimonials on the back. That's pretty great. And I mean, this is exactly how she works. She loves to write. It's everything. It's how to draw, a hairstyle, it's daily checklists, a year of weeks, 52 awesome things, weeks of trying new things. And lettering practice, drawing portraits, saving money, drawing flowers, practicing gratitude, creating checklists, acts of kindness. And this, do you see how everyone works differently and you see their personality come through? And here's my last one. Things to look forward to, Sophia Blackall, 52 large and small joys for today and every day. So she's got an amazing style. And let me just say, in the course, I go over books like this in detail and teach you everything you know. And also, there's a free series. Make sure you watch the free series. That could have been a paid course. And maybe Becky or Jenny or Louise will put the link in for the free series. And I show you lots of stuff. So basically, Sophie Blackall does an illustration and writes a little something. Now, some of you are great writers. Some of you are great art writers to be. Some of you writing's not for you, that's all good. You don't have to write, and it can be instructional. Like for this project, you'll need these 5 watercolors and this, and then you up. And your editor is going to help you with the step by step. They're used to that. They'll tweak it. You just need the basic nuts and bolts. Like, okay, first wet your brush and put down a big wash of ultramarine blue. And now put blobs of chartreuse on it. You see, and you just take your time and you plan it out. Beautiful. Okay, that's it for the show of the books. And make sure we already have questions. Look at that. And then I'm going to pop up volunteers. If you want to volunteer, go to raise hand and raise your hand. Okay. And only raise your hand if you have an idea or maybe one or two or one idea and you want me to help you with it. I guess why else would you raise your hand? That kind of covers it. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Mina. Tina says, if hand lettering isn't your strength, would doing an Arty book still be something that can be successful? 1,000,000,000%. I don't think, does Sophie hand letter? No, you don't have to hand letter. It's all typeset. You know, you just show your watercolors. I hope you enjoyed too, the range of styles. Okay. Che says, if you have a book idea that relies heavily on the book layout, i.e. including space for example, add a wine label or stamp your wine cork here. Wine cork here, how much are you expected to lay out the book for pitching, knowing that there will be a designer working on it? No, you don't. There will be a designer. You give the components, the image, the text, the drawing, the painting, and on a Word doc you can show like here's the image, is the caption, whatever. You don't design the book. You don't have to unless you want to, if you're really, really a great designer. But they have great designers. You can see from those books, they're beautiful. So you do what you do best. In publishing, there are people who do all kinds of things really well, and you don't have to do that. Chase asks, if your book is very research heavy, would you complete all the research to show, send to agents, publishers, or would you wait until there's someone interested in the project before extensive yes, 100% you would wait. Here's the thing, a pitch is whether I was pitched as an agent or we as agents would pitch to editors and art directors, you want to give a meaty taste of your book idea. It's meaty. There's plenty there that they can understand, get excited about, and there's clarity, but also you're not doing the whole book for 2 reasons. Number one, they will want to shape the book with you and you want their input and conversation. They may be, oh, we really love your watercolors, but we also love your gouache and your pastel and your mixed media. We'd love to see you incorporate all the things. What do you think? Or they may be, let's just first do a watercolor book. If that does well, then we'll do the pastel book or whatever. I'm just making stuff up, but you get the idea. Like they will help shape, or they go, oh, let's have more projects or fewer and go deeper. So you don't want to write the whole thing. You might be a little off track in a way. The other thing is, you don't want to spend that kind of time if it doesn't materialize. Make sure you put your questions in Q&A, okay, Jolanda and everybody. The other thing I want to tell you is all the things you need in the pitch, the summary. I help you write a summary. I have such a cool way because I know, oh, I don't know how to write it. I can't summarize. I don't know how to write. I don't know. Don't worry. I make it so easy for you. It's like fill in the blanks. So easy. I mean, this course gives you everything because that's how I am. I'm a bit, how can I put this delicately? I'm a bit, I wouldn't say compulsive or obsessed. I do obsess every course I write and want to make sure you get everything you need, but in a way that's really fun. So you're not bored, so that you keep doing the course and you are successful. I set you up for success. Thank you. Oh, Carolyn took it and it's a wonderful course, she says. Thank you. Who else took the course? It's a good time to have some my espresso. Mm. Anybody else here took it? Shona. Yeah, you did a great job. Are you pitching? Oh, good. Cynthia, Helen, Sarah. Gina's taking it right now. Sandra, Cheryl. Oh, Amy. Yay. Amy Reich in France. Good. Oh, Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. Kirsten, that's good. How much time do you need to do this course? Will the people who took it answer that? I can never answer that because it really varies. It's like, let's say I have 10 encyclopedias on the wall. How long does it take to do the encyclopedias? Well, you might dip in, you might read them all cover to cover. So it's really kind of how much you want to put in. It's all there for you. Now, if you're serious about working on a pitch, oh, Shona has a lovely group that meets every Wednesday for accountability. By the way, will there be a Facebook group for this one, Becky? Um, oh, good. Yeah, it just, it can be weeks. It can be, oh, there will be a Facebook group. Good. So that way you can like join up with others. Okay. So we have some volunteers. Let's get to it. Okay, Carolyn Hothius. I've never said your name. I've read it a million times. If we can pop up Caroline Hothius, she's the first hand up on the panelists.
Bringing her in, Lilla.
What's that?
Just bringing her in now. Here we go.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Hello, and
Oh, hi.
hi. Can you see me?
I can. I don't know that we've ever met in person.
No, but
On the screen.
I click on video. Yes, you see me.
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay, good. I see you now. So
Yeah.
tell me your book idea. And here's the thing, get right to the point, succinctly and clearly, like 2 sentences. Can you do that?
Yeah, I think so. It's a book about art traveling, and I made it myself. And
Art traveling. What is art traveling?
you travel to different countries, different places, and you go to look for art, and that are really artists where they live and where they have their gallery, and to museas, art gardens. And I love, yeah,
Do you visit artists in their studios?
yeah. I
Okay.
lived for a long time in Sweden, and it's crowded with artists.
And will it be in other countries besides Sweden?
Yes,
Fantastic.
Italy and Spain, and of course the Netherlands, and I have 6 countries, but
Oh, okay. Let me ask you this. Will you illustrate in
yeah,
there? You will
I
illustrate your own.
illustrate a lot.
Fantastic. And will you take photos?
No.
Maybe the artist will provide photos of their studio.
Oh, That's a nice idea, but I paint every artist.
Fantastic. Do you want to pop anything up and share? Can you do that?
How do I do that?
Um,
I really don't know where I have to
it's
click.
it's the blue button, the green button at the bottom that says share. But first open a picture on your screen on your
Yeah,
device.
okay.
Are you on a laptop?
Yeah, I am, and then I click on something, and then I say share.
Yes, and then pick it. And while she's doing that, I'm looking at the questions. Do you advise publishing yourself, for instance, through Amazon KDP? You definitely can do it, but don't do it because you think it's going to be easier than
Uh,
going to a publisher. Um, if a book is published by a publisher, people are going to regard it a bit more highly because you had to kind of get that over the bar. Help me, somebody help me with the language. You had to be like accepted and it's competitive. So people know that publishers are directors and illustrate agents. Well, Caroline, can you hold something up that you have?
no, because it is all in my
Oh,
computer.
okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Maybe we'll come back to you. Credibility. Thank you, Kath, Gina. Get your foot in the door. Okay, so that's okay. Let's talk about your book some more. I love this idea of going to places. Are these well-known artists with followings?
Yes, a lot, but
Oh,
some not.
okay. And that's good. And you definitely want to say that in the pitch, how many followers they have on their social media.
Okay.
Yeah, because then they'll also promote it as well, and people will have heard of them. Um, when you will you then interview them, maybe with a question and answer, like
Yeah.
how did you get started? What's your favorite medium? What do you like to work on? What time of day do you, those kinds of things. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it also talking about travel at
Yeah.
all? In what
Yeah.
way? In what way is it talking about travel?
Traveled to the places and how the places are, and a lot of restaurants and a lot of extra information.
Okay, but it's not a travel book, and you want to be
It's a,
clear, it's about artists.
it's no, it is an art and a travel book.
Okay, that's tricky because I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Publishers want to know where is it going to sit? Is it in the art section or the travel section? And they tend to like when it has one focus. Now,
Okay.
so I would pick one that's primary. Is it you traveling around to different places and you seeing the sights and seeing people and seeing things? So you're kind of the hero of the book and it's your stuff. That way you could do it all. Or is it you visiting artists and oh, by the way, here's a really great place, an unknown that could be on the
Yeah, more that.
a sidebar. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so primarily it's you visiting artists in their studios. And why these artists?
because I love them very much before Nicky de Sint-Val.
Fantastic.
And I was in Italy in the Tarot Garden, and of course in Paris, Centre Pompidou. And
Did she agree to seeing you?
what do you?
Did she agree to seeing you?
No, because when I go to the Tarot Garden, she already died.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so who are you going to see though?
Um, some people are still alive, and you can visit them. And
Okay, have they agreed to be in your book?
yes, they
They
did.
have agreed.
Yeah.
And they're well known.
Not all very well known like Nicky de Sint-Val, but they can live from their art.
Okay. Oh, they make a living from their art. That's
Yeah.
good. That's fantastic. That's gold. So they can share about how they make a living with their art.
Yeah.
That's gold. You definitely want to put that in your summary. I'm visiting artists from around the world. I mean, how cool. And if you can find some Americans, that's going to help you because, you know, Americans are ethnocentric like every country and maybe not, maybe more, but whatever. And so what you want to show is like how these artists that are successful and how do they do it and look at their beautiful work. So that's the which is what I was going to ask you next. What is the cohesive thread? So for all of you to think about your book, is it how we've done books, my agency, on like how to do gouache. The whole theme is how to do gouache. We've done others like this one is 52 Awesome Weeks of Trying New Things. Okay, so you have to have your here 52 large and small joys for every day. Here's a craft book with all 50 no-knit stash busting yarn projects. So it's all about yarn stuff, but not knitting. And who doesn't have a lot of yarn? So stash busting means like you have all this yarn in your stash and now you can use it. So you all need to have your cohesive thing. And so for this, for Caroline, it is they're successful and they're in different parts of the world. And oh, by the way, this is a beautiful garden you can go see while you're in Stockholm or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay. I love it. It sounds good. Do you have any final question for me? Then I'm going to move along.
Move along. Thanks
Oh,
for thinking with me.
good. I'm excited for you. I love it. I'll
Yeah.
buy it. Okay. And do work on that. Do work on it
Yeah,
for sure.
I do.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're most welcome. Thank you. Okay. So, um, raise your hand if you want me to, if you want to chat with me. See, that wasn't so painful, right? Okay, Tina Schofeld. Tina Schofeld. Let's pop Tina up.
Here we go.
Doesn't it sound like a good book, Bloom? Yes.
Here we go.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, so nice to talk with you. You remind me of my kindergarten art teacher that I nicknamed the Art Lady. And you just remind me of her and you stay in my heart every time I see your videos. I just wanted to let you know that.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. And you know, I've told some of you that one morning a week I volunteer in a kindergarten room. Did you hear me say
Oh, I love that.
as the art teacher? And I use the word teacher very loosely. I hang out with the kids and we make art. I drink coffee. They don't, but that's
You gotta get them
fantastic.
drinking tea.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so what is your idea?
So I volunteer for bunny rescues, and like rabbits are the one of the biggest animals that are dumped outside. There have been
What does that mean, dumped?
so when people, families, they see the commitment issues and they just let them free in the wild. And
Oh, a
there's
domestic.
actually been commercials about this which were done like I think it was Blue Bunny ice cream, and where an Easter bunny who was bought for their child was then let loose into the wild, and then there was like a hawk or something that came in. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's actually what happens. Stuff
So
like
let
that
me ask you
happens.
something. I'm assuming that domestic aren't wild. They don't know how to be in the wild.
Exactly. Not
Okay.
cottontails, not hares.
Okay.
So, and not pikas, they're little guys. But so being in rescue and doing educations just to try to prevent you know, this stuff from happening, to help people understand the big commitment. Like, these guys are like 2-year-olds. They need constant attention. They need that
Oh,
socialization. They need as much room as a dog or a cat. So they can't be cooped up in cages, things like this. They don't do well outside. So that's another thing that there's a lot of stigma and a lot of misinformation that comes from,
okay.
unfortunately, the meat industry. So what
Question.
I'm going to be doing is, I want to so there's a lot of great rescues that have all the information on their website. The problem is it's so incredibly boring to read, and too many people just kind of skim past it and they don't read it. But I want to create something interesting, something beautiful to look at, something that would help people visually remember what pages that, you know, oh, like this bunny, like, you know, I remember the diet page because this bunny was really cute next to this bunny. And I want to put in like art history and things like that, just to make it more interesting and
What do you mean art
fun.
history?
So I want to put in, right now, so far I have more of a mid-century thing going on, like the style, but I want to add like that Victorian looking, like Beatrix Potter style. I want to add uh like fun surrealism. I want to add those styles
Okay,
because they're
let me
popular.
stop you now. I have some
Mhm.
questions. So this is a book on how to properly raise domestic bunnies as a
Well,
pet.
to care for them, so it's a
Care for
pro
them.
rescue, and it's more to help people discourage from breeding them because there's such an overpopulation problem. So it's
Okay.
about rescuing and how to, like, help with rescue as
Okay,
well.
so what I want you to do
Mhm,
is, so, and this applies to all of you listening, go look and see what's already out there.
mhm.
And I wonder if the rescue thing is too narrow, or maybe it's not too narrow. Maybe it's about how to have a bunny and a chapter on rescue.
That's the plan. Mhm,
Okay, that's more marketable. You've just broadened who can buy your book.
mhm. And I love the idea
Very
of,
visual. Your book is going to be very visual. Let me ask you some
mhm,
more questions.
okay.
Are you illustrating?
Yes.
Okay. How's your illustration?
So I wanna show you,
Okay, good.
can I share a screen? Is that
Yeah,
possible
you
to
can
do here?
share. The green
There we
button
go.
down there.
Window, let's see, this one. So far, these are the 2 pages that I got. It's
Oh,
very
great.
mid-century.
No, that's
It
no, it's contemporary. That's not mid-century.
Yeah, yeah, and, oh, so, okay, I've been told my work is contemporary, so that makes sense. But I would like to do, similar things. So I have a little synopsis of, like, what
Mhm.
is kind of meant to
Fantastic.
be in it. And I actually have a more in-depth one that's even more detailed, that has the exact things that are going to be in there. But I really like your idea of like making lists, like having some things be interactive too,
Mm,
like making memories with your bunny. Like
okay,
my
great.
my 15-year-old bunny just passed away on Monday,
Oh,
so
no.
that
No.
part really, her ashes actually just came in this morning, so it's really emotional time
No,
for
I'm
me.
so sorry.
But, like a diet tracker, a behavior tracker, how your bunny speaks to you, like very, like
Mm.
almost haiku-ish stuff too. It's gonna be
You-
more personable, not just
Okay,
facts.
I'm going to stop you again
Mhm.
because I want you to get my advice.
Sure.
So let me ask you, what am I looking at in a nutshell? Is this the pitch?
So it'll be, those are just a few pages of the book that, you know, just give you an idea of what the book is gonna look
Is
like,
this
but
the introduction or the pitch?
this is what's the difference?
The introduction is in the book. The pitch
Mhm.
says it's more global. This book it is fully illustrated and it's going to be and these are the topics I'm covering.
So I want to say more, I guess it's the pitch, because I have everything kind of laid out. I just don't,
Okay,
I only have those 2 pages done so far.
so I'm
So,
gonna
and I have all the, actually have another page if that helps.
Okay.
that shows more in depth. Let's see where that is.
Okay.
This one. So just to give you an idea, like
Oh, good. Okay. Lists are
all of
great.
this.
You know, short attention spans. So lists are great.
Mhm.
Illustrating, and it looks like each of these could be a spread, maybe.
Yes.
Is that your thinking? Okay,
Mhm.
good. Good. Oh,
Just and there's
okay.
the advocacy part.
Okay,
That's
stop 1 second. Stop.
Mhm.
Bunny setup, choosing a litter box, how to keep it on, hay feeders, X pen setup. Okay, great. So let's stop the share.
okay.
Okay. And so we can talk for a sec. I think it's great. I think you're very knowledgeable. It's heartfelt. It's something you are passionate about, and you have a lot of information to share, and you can illustrate.
Mhm.
Okay. So have you taken the course?
I want to. I just got your email about it. I'm like, there's the artsy book that I've been wanting to do.
That's
So
exactly it,
I was
because you're going
so
to
happy.
write a synopsis. You're going to
Mhm.
make a table of contents. You're going to make some spreads. You're going to do the things that the client, the editor or agent needs to see, that you know how to pitch it right
Mhm.
and to sum up. Okay, I think it's great. I think it's really exciting.
I am
I
worried that it's
sure-
going to be too long. Will the editor and publisher help me with that
Totally,
part?
totally,
Okay,
totally.
because
Yeah, yeah.
that's the one thing that I'm
Yeah, they'll
worried
give you a page count. And so when I did my book, I submitted my stuff, and my editor, I love her. She's like, Lilla, this is over word count. I'm like, that's good, right? Because I did extra. She's
Mhm.
like, no, you have to cut. I'm like, what? I can't cut it. She's like, so this is like 15 years ago. I'm like, and she's like, we we plan how many pages is the costing of the book, and
Mhm.
how big and this and that. It's like we do all the financials. We don't just anyway, I was an idiot, but kind of an adorable story now. But anyway, don't worry, don't worry about that. It's really great. I'm glad everybody's seeing. She has a passion. She's knowledgeable. Do you have any uh, is it just you've done research and you've had a bunny, or do you have some expertise broader than that?
So I actually am doing a mural for a veterinarian who's bunny savvy in the near future. But I have a couple of veterinarians that are bunny savvy, that are bunny experienced, that it's different than small animal experience. It's specifically bunnies. So I'm going to be working with them to kind of double check the facts and everything. Same
Beautiful.
thing with rescues, like the big reputable rescues like
Oh,
HRS,
look
but
at
like the
her.
local ones. They're wanting this book to be made. They're too busy fundraising
Okay,
for their own
what you
rescues and
just
fundraising for
said, you work with these various vets, and you're doing
Mhm.
and they want this book to be made.
Mhm.
You put that in because now it's going to be, they can envision, the marketing people, this in all the vets' offices
Okay. Oh,
and sold at
definitely.
the vets' offices and so
Mhm.
forth. Yes, Jenny says your passion shines through. This is great. And do you see how tightly focused her idea is? It's great. Um, and
I
there's
don't
a
feel that way though, because it feels like so much.
okay. So what you do is, if
Mhm.
you're overwhelmed,
Mhm.
you go and pick what are like the top things people need to know,
Mhm.
that I will have a good time talking about and illustrating. Because
Mhm.
let's face it, they can get other stuff online. You don't have to give every, I know that so I have this thing, I call it my comprehensiveness. I
Mhm.
need to show or tell every single thing. But you
Mhm.
don't have to teach people the joy of having a bunny and how to be a good bunny person. What do you
Because
call
I
it?
was also trying to think of the licensing aspect of it too, and kind of like what Katie did, how she used her her what, like she used her quotes as wall prints, or she used her illustrations as patterns. And I'm thinking that way also. Like these two don't, the two examples I showed don't really reflect that, but I have the list of herbs that are good for bunnies, that are good for, like, you know, arthritis, things like that. I want to make that as a pattern and as like a fabric, because it's flowers, and who doesn't like flowers and things like that. I want to do too. And like the haikus, like the bunny haikus and stuff, like that are
So,
just fun.
okay, so
Like
what
how
you
to
want
make
to
a treat,
do, and
how to make healthy treats.
I'm going to stop you again. What I want you to do is when you do your sample spreads, which you'll learn about in the course, you want to show the variety, not every single variety, but maybe 3 or 4 that show the different kinds of spreads you're thinking of. Well, this was wonderful. I'm very excited for you.
I
You know, we
appreciate
will
you.
be looking for your book. And the
Thank
last thing I want to say to Tina and everyone else is go do your research, look at comparables. That's something we talk about in class, and I help you find comparables. Comparables are books like yours that have sold well, but maybe
I've
they're
never heard that word. Thank you.
that's
Okay.
and they're called comps for short,
Oh,
comparables.
comps. Okay. I've
And
never heard
so,
comparables.
oh, and so you're going to see there might be other books on how to raise a bunny. That's fine. That's great. You don't want to be the only one out there because it means there's no market.
Mhm.
They don't want to see just like no one's ever done a bunny book. I'm sure there are bunny books. And number two, but yours will be different because it will have your art style. And the other thing is you can also show a book like yours, what you're thinking, but maybe it's for parakeets or cats.
Yeah.
So
That'll
it,
be the next step, doing it for other animals. So that's a
okay,
series.
there we go.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you so much. This was
Thank you so
wonderful.
much. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, this was so
Thank you.
good. I'm excited for Tina.
I'm excited.
Okay, raise your hand if you want me to help. I have some more people here, and let us look at Kirsten. Kirsten Gilmore. Let's pop up Kirsten. Yeah. Yeah, you can dip in and out of the book, Jenny. That's right. Yeah, we're rooting for you, Tina. That's great. I mean, she's obviously passionate and she's knowledgeable. Is she a veterinarian? Does she have a PhD in bunny? No. Do you need it? No. All these books I showed you today, none of these people have that kind of expertise that, may I say, has been reserved for certain people and not other people. And just because certain people get certain kinds of degrees or expertise doesn't mean you're not as valid and knowledgeable and you have passion and art. Okay, so
Right.
are we here?
Is there anything else I need to press?
It just depends, cousins, if you want to put your video on or if you're just doing audio.
Oh, let me know how I press to put the video on.
Press the button that says video.
Yeah, in the bottom left, there you
Here
go.
we
Oh,
are.
okay. I'm sorry. I haven't done this before. I've been a
Hey.
little nervous before.
That's totally fine. Just pretend it's just you and me. We're just hanging. Got my espresso. Almost done.
May
That's
I show you 2 pictures because they're 2 totally separate pitches and I'm not sure which one is
oh,
stronger.
2 pitches. As
One,
can you be
well,
succinct?
they're 2 pieces of art and
Okay,
each
2
one
pieces
is a
of art.
different pitch.
Okay.
One involves poured painting, and for years I
Okay,
did
here's what I'm going to
custom
do.
paintings.
And you may think, God, Lilla, stop interrupting your people. You're such a biatch. But what I want people to learn is succinctness because agents and art directors don't have time. Show me the work and give me 1 sentence about each, okay?
Okay, poured painting, hidden picture puzzle.
Now, hold it up to the camera a little bit because we're
Okay.
getting blur.
Oh, it's blurry. Okay, is that better? Are you able to see the?
Oh,
I don't want glare for you.
board painting.
Yeah.
Cool.
People believe this is random. I have really specific ways of controlling it that
Okay.
draw from watercolor and knife painting.
Okay, next one.
Um, hidden picture puzzle adventures,
Mm.
where
Oh, it's still blurry.
wait, oh, it's still blurry. Okay. Traditional media.
So look at the camera to see what it's still blurry.
It's still blurry. Do you need it farther away from me or closer
No,
to you?
try going closer.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Try going
Um,
further away. Put it in front of your face.
okay, that,
Blur background settings.
trying not to have laundry
Oh,
in the
yes, put it
picture.
right up at, oh, there we go.
Okay. So are
Oh,
you able to see like the
yes.
detailed pen and inks? That's why I don't want it blurry on you.
No, that's good. No, move it. Can you see what we're seeing?
Only if have the camera around this way.
Okay. Okay, good. And is there a secret picture in there?
So many. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, that's so hard.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's going
No,
blurry.
that's good. That's good because you have blur background on. Somebody
Oh.
pointed that out, which was
Okay, and there's a way to take that off that I don't know because I don't know Zoom very
that's
well.
okay. If as long as you keep it in the same depth of field as your face, it'll be
Okay.
His mouth.
Yes. So if you
Okay.
see there's a pizza and a unicorn and so many, there's a boot.
Honestly, I don't know about the other one, and maybe that's gorgeous too, but this is amazing. Secret pictures.
This is a work in progress. I put it up at 9 o'clock last night and I had 200 views from people I've never met before and all kinds of comments from people I've never met before that said, this brings me back to my childhood with hidden picture puzzles and puzzle adventures.
So what, and that's great for all of you. Put up different things at the same time of day on different days or whatever, and see what kind of response you get, how many likes and comments and so forth. That's sort of, kind of testing the audience, getting market testing. So it really is which one you're more passionate to start with. You don't have to pick one or the other. Just think of starting with one. That goes
Okay.
for all of you of a bunch of ideas.
Probably this.
This is very
And I
marketable.
want to tie it to story
Tie it to a
because I
story.
can. Yeah.
Okay. And the story is in one sentence.
Children solve the mystery through the items they find.
Fantastic. So they find items, they solve a mystery. Love it. So many levels. This is for kids. What
Yeah.
age?
Like scavenger hunt, but with an ongoing mystery.
And what ages?
I need to pinpoint that. I feel like maybe this is middle grade fiction.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. I think it's fantastic. I think it's fun. It's very art driven. You've got the art skills.
This is 3 days too. Like this was done in 3 days.
I think that's
just working a little bit
great,
each
right?
day.
I think that's fantastic.
So I could do it fast enough.
Yeah, totally. Could all the volunteers share their Insta? So sorry. I think it's fantastic. Very easy. Look at other books like it, see how they're structured, what's their table of contents like, what's the introduction like. Read the back cover, read that which summarizes their books. So, and you can do that on Amazon or at bookstores, and you'll make some prototypes, and in the class, it will show you everything you need to see to make a pitch. It's a great concept. It's a gift book. It's a fun book. It's a present. It's something people would buy. Your publisher may, yeah, it's probably middle grade and up.
I could do adult. I mean, I could push it that way too.
I know. The answer to that question is done with research.
Okay. When I researched something allied to this before, highlights tended to have digital, just everything was digital art. Because I would love to illustrate for them, this is how some of theirs used to be, but it isn't what they
I'm
gravitate
sorry,
towards
what?
right now.
You mean Highlights Magazine?
Yeah, because I would love recurring work from someplace like that, but
Yeah,
I'm worried
I
that
love
I'm
that.
doing something too traditional for that, even though I go fast.
It doesn't matter.
No?
As an
Okay.
agent, I didn't care if my artists work digital, traditional, both, a combo. It's all how it looks. In fact, there's digital work that looks traditional. Traditional work doesn't often look digital, but it's all, don't worry about that. That's
Okay, I thought it was a barrier. It was stopping me from starting the project.
oh wow.
Yeah.
No. Um, one nice thing about digital is you can make changes.
Yeah.
So you can work in layers.
The pen and ink layer, I feel I could do digitally over the top of the watercolor layer and
Okay.
still have a strong product.
Okay. If I were the art director and said, can you change that pigeon? We have a lot of pigeons. Can you make it a monkey? Would you be able to do that?
Sure. If I had that, again, a scan, and then the
Sure.
ink layer is digital.
And also you would start with roughs.
Yeah.
So yeah, layers can be nice to use. You can do everything individually and scan it in. But if you don't want to, just you'll do pencil roughs. And so
Okay.
they can see, and they just need to make any changes before you go to finish. Okay, so make sure, and just what I would say is, can all the decision makers please sign off on this, because once I go to finish, I can't make changes.
Yes.
That's the language you use. That's what I would said when I was an illustrator. And it sounds, women often have a hard time sounding like that, but it shows you respect your own value.
Oh, I used to do 4 foot by 5 foot paintings that were poured that I could not change. Once
Sure.
it's poured, it's done. So
Mhm.
I made multiple versions of a custom painting, and they got to choose which one they didn't get to make changes
Brilliant,
to them. So I'm
brilliant.
okay with a boundary like
I would
that.
also love to see that poured book, to be honest with you.
Not many people know how to control a pour, and you can do all kinds of things like change the surface of the wood to change it's like using different watercolor paper. There's this similar thing. There are so many ways you can actually have control over a thing, but still have it have a little bit of a mind of its own.
Oh my
But it
God.
isn't just random. I think the whole
Yeah,
art
yeah, yeah.
form lost value because people thought it was just cup dumping.
Right,
And
right.
you can do that, but you don't have to do that.
See how she's knowledgeable because of her experience. I'm talking to the viewers. I
I
love that.
could
Okay, I'm
have
gonna be
a
broke
poured
buying
painting
all
as the
these.
beginning
I'm
to
sorry?
I could have a
Mhm.
poured painting as the beginning layer to a hidden pictures also.
Wow. You could. That'd be cool. And uh, do think about bright colors, because if it's middle grade, bright colors. Can you do
Well,
bright
this is a
colors?
little washed out. I used a reference and I got too tied to the photo, and that's not okay.
Okay. Do think about bright colors, because that's the market. It doesn't mean you can't do stone, but maybe you have different colors of stones and
Okay.
big quartz crystals, and I don't know. I don't, and clay, and yeah. And the sky can be have a little more, but it's very beautiful. Yeah, I love that. I want to buy both books. I want to buy all the books we've talked about so far. Thank you so much, Kristen. That was
Thank you.
fabulous. I hope to see you in class. That would be great. And don't forget, for people just joining, I will be doing a bonus live on June 12th of a handful of the strongest work, or the work I think that has great potential. So that's what I will be doing. Let me see if there are any questions. Yes, we have questions in Q&A. Right. So Jolanda, I started talking about self-publishing. You know, think of, you still have to do a ton of work for self-publishing, and you don't have the same support. You don't have an editor unless you pay somebody to be a proofreader and an editor, or you do it yourself. But unless you were a proofreader and editor, do you have that expertise? It's great to have someone else's viewpoint, someone else to say, you know, this is going to sell better for you, or let's talk about the cover. And we think the marketing team thinks this would be so great for your cover. You're going to get support. I think it's you know, going with the publisher is great. Now, I'm not an expert on self-publishing, but that's what I think. Okay. Allie asks, this may be a silly question. You can just pitch an idea. For example, I have a pet pigeon, broken wing that won't heal, and I'd love to illustrate a book on pigeon care. Do I need to include illustrations too? Allie, are you a writer? Are you a writer? Do you have success with your writing? And you're not an illustrator? So are you a writer, not an illustrator? If you are going to illustrate the book, you need to show your illustrations. If you're not an illustrator and a writer, this course is really geared for people who in some way will add imagery, whether it's photographs or your artwork. Okay. Jolanda, how do you find the right publisher? I talk all about that in the course, of course, because everybody wants to know that as well. They don't want to just make a pitch and then stuff it in a drawer. Oh, I'm an illustrator. I write, but okay. So Allie, you definitely 100% want to show your illustrations and make your illustrations the best they can be. And if some of you watching, your illustration work isn't there yet, then that's okay. Just keep getting your work better and better. And I have other courses for that. Okay. Does the course cover who to pitch to, Kath? Yes, it does. And how? It's totally comprehensive from A to Z, from even like how to get, you know, thinking up your idea and shaping your idea. Is it a good idea to create a newsletter or blog to test my book content ideas that could be potentially gathered into a book like Substack newsletter blog? Yes, Hannah, that is a fantastic idea. Crowdsource your ideas. That said, if 3 people say, oh, I love this idea, and one person says, I love that, you need only go if big numbers clearly love one idea or whatever. That said, did you explain all the different ideas equally and clearly? So there are pros and cons to crowdsourcing. I don't do that for anything that I do ever because I need to figure it out for myself. And if I'm excited and I'm passionate and I'm willing to put in the time, I'm pretty sure it's going to sell well, whether it's a course or a book or a retreat or whatever the heck I do. So that's how I do it. Okay. So I contradicted myself. I said, oh, that's a great idea to crowdsource. I don't know. Try it, whatever, but don't take it as like set in stone. Okay. How would one pitch a book to publishers, Tina? That's all in the course. And of course, it's more than I can say right here. There's a lot. You will be making the whole pitch in the class. Tam says, I put a message in the chat. I'm a repeat student, but I was never called in the Arty Book course last October 2024. I hope I could speak to you briefly. Blessings. Thank you. I'm sorry, I did my 3 people today. Sorry about that, but in the course, there will be, yeah, trying to think. Kristen, are simultaneous submissions okay? Absolutely. That means you will submit your pitch to a whole bunch of people a whole bunch of art directors and editors, like a handful. And then you'll have a list, you'll keep adding to the list, and you'll submit more. Becky just put the link in. Remember, it's 25% off and it ends Sunday night. So make sure you, if you're going to do it, get it at this rate. You're welcome, Kristen. Kirsten. Have I been saying Kristen? Sorry. Caroline, how do you find publishers? Yep, talked about that. Tam, I want to create illustrated. She's an art therapist. It's fantastic. You're an art therapist. That could lend to so much great content because you have that expertise. Well, everybody, thank you so, so much. I am so glad that you were here to join me in my little cottage. And I love this class. I gave it my heart and soul. The course is self-paced. You can start in right away, but the live component, and I do this so you have a deadline. I give you a live component. That is the bonus live review, June 12th. That will encourage you to meet a deadline so that you have the possibility of getting picked. Can I review everyone's work? No. It would take probably a week, take a billion hours, but I do a handful. But you learn from that. You learn, and you might be picked. I'm going to continue developing my pitch, Jacqueline. Great. So it gives you everything you need, and you can skim, you can dip, go in sequence, but you can go at your own pace. That's the beauty of it. And then make sure you do the assignment, which I believe is week 3, right, Becky? It's the week 3 assignment. Oh,
Yeah.
Shona. Oh, so, what, Becky?
Yeah, week 3.
Great. Shona says, have a wonderful weekend. I highly recommend the course. I learned so many amazing things. Shona, you did a spectacular job. I hope you're pitching that thing. It's so good. Okay, thank you so much for your time. You're welcome, Mina. Annette, oh, hi, Annette, says, take the course, people. I enjoyed this course so much. How many weeks of the course, Roberta? Initially, it was, I think, 5 weeks, right, Becky? But you get it downloadable on the website in a really nice, organized way, and you can check off what you've read or done. 5 weeks, yeah. So we set you up for success. My background is teaching and agenting and being an artist, but I want you to succeed. Okay. Yeah, I love this, and you get so inspired with all the gorgeous books I show you. It's good. It's really good. You'll like it. I guess I'm done. Did I forget anything, Becky, Jenny, or Louise? Sign up, 25% off, and Sunday night. Oh, I'm good. British Jenny thinks I'm good. Okay, all covered. Yay. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. I hope to see you in class. I'm excited about the review. I can't wait to look through the gallery and see all your great pitches. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure to be here. I will see you again. Bye.